about,
You were asking me about that?
Yeah, I talked to them. He sent me another email.
that was last year, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we said we're only gonna raise something up like to 58 cents or something, instead of.
Well, he was wanting to know the dimensions.
Good
And
evening,
said,
Bruce.
I wasn't sure what it was. I know that Charlie had asked the question about the size
yeah,
of
well, yeah.
the lots or something, but I couldn't give him specific information, so I just told him that. Rather than give him something incorrect.
Yeah, so I'm gonna explain to you about,
What's that?
public comment.
Yep.
Like, say like if you had a comment to make before the meeting started and you had to go, you could make that comment
Oh.
before you go, so then the board could maybe tell you.
Address
something
it,
or
yeah.
not. So you understand?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. I don't know, did you understand that?
No,
No.
I don't understand nothing. Alan Hawley. He has some balusters.
Who doesn't have them? Why?
I have no idea why you have the big ones, but,
How'd that conversation?
well, he was in the wild one, and I know the last time I got them was from Cobus, and they went under, they're close. So,
Hey, Mark, have you got that stuff that the Wildwood gave you, their bills?
yeah, it's in there,
In where?
in the office.
Oh.
So Woodoff would be the only other one. I'll ask Larry Johnson this morning, tomorrow morning at coffee, because he usually has just about everything under the sun in his garage.
Worst comes to worst, we'll just wire them for LED. Right, and it can't take, don't
No,
take
we'll
that
just have to
long.
put the, not these brighter ones, you'll have to put
The dimmer
the
one.
dimmer ones, like the cloudier. Otherwise it'll be a big, like a frickin' spotlight over there. No, they usually just take the ballast out and wire to one end.
What's up, Chad?
Oops.
What's up, Sherry?
Hey,
Jeff, too.
remember that?
Fun. Highlight of my night right here.
You go to camp?
No. Didn't do shit because of this.
Well, your frickin' vehicles are home.
One of them is. My car.
Truck was in there.
Was that Dad's?
Dingbat in the hospital?
Who?
Really?
No, what?
Somebody asked me. I don't know.
Oh, my girlfriend. I know of. She was at Walmart the last time.
She burnt her hand or something?
Oh, that's from years ago. That's from like 4 or 5 years ago. They put that.
Why the hell they put it on Facebook
The
now?
memory, people share memories.
Oh,
I don't
I was
know.
gonna say, I was just over there the other night. It looked like she was burnt.
She would do it. She'd be the one.
Oh, yeah.
When does she leave us sooner?
Like a week.
We'll have to put it together.
Oh, okay. So that wheelie one you used to wheel around with?
I had two of them.
So she was that for?
Because she's having her foot surgery.
She'd have to have her head first, then figure out the foot.
They don't do lobotomies anymore. They stopped that in the 30s.
Just from her hurt or something. How do you expect?
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's in my garage, so anytime you want, just go in there. It's in, you'll see it's in the box.
Okay, cool.
The one you kneel on, you mean that one?
And the wheel has to go on the opposite side of, yeah, no, the same side as her foot. So if she's having it on the left, it needs to be on
Then she figures out how to use it, should be healed up anyways.
the, yeah.
I would just hobble around, I told her.
Them things are nice to have.
Yeah,
You got crutches? I got some, Hannah's wrecked.
I have no idea what she.
No, them are mine.
Okay, that's Cheryl's crutches then.
She's got that, she's
No.
got my shower thing, she's got,
No, I thought the hospital gave us a set of crutches. No, they weren't, they wouldn't work.
yeah, them are mine.
Too bad, you need them back.
Well, I hope I never have to use them again.
Neither. Hope I don't have to.
I can run out to the counter and grab some. If I have any in there.
You guys, the paperwork is over there.
You got this here?
Oh, no.
You're on a table there.
So I didn't think it was more or less paperwork.
Okay, at 6:30, we'll have the pledge of allegiance to the flag for the special meeting. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Public comment, 3 minutes. Anybody got a public comment? Approve the agenda then. We'll go down to bills, which there's none available. Minutes, treasury report, none available. And go to old business. The old bit is the budget. So I called Barbara and I said, well, we can't do the budget unless we knew how much money we had in there. And she said, just have to just do the best you can, and that's it. So we didn't know how much money we got. We're not, are we getting revenue sharing? No way.
I believe we got one in January.
Yeah.
I know, then December,
Yeah.
right? Every 3 months.
So anyway, so that's what she said to do. So we can't do a financial report unless we got all the finances in order.
Well, you get one every month.
Huh?
You get one every month at the meeting.
Yeah, but is it accurate?
Absolutely, it's accurate.
Yeah. Well, she's saying no, you know.
It is. It comes right from the bank.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good, you know. So there ain't that on, that was the old business. So, the next thing we got, what's on the agenda here, look back. What's the budget issue? Would this be something that you wanted to look at it right now? Because, she said we could go in and change it or do anything we wanted to at any time,
Yeah.
so,
That's right.
yeah. So, what would be the next, the action item? Okay, we directed the township to maintain the complete, now this is what the auditor said to do. A complete set of records that would include the funds necessary to maintain a complete history of transactions. So, we didn't do that either, so we're gonna do that, right?
What are we gonna do?
Pardon?
What was that?
We don't have a complete history of all our transactions.
Yes, we do.
You do?
It's in the QuickBooks program.
Well, what is it, all that stuff that auditor said to do is all correct?
Well, I have to reconcile the statements. That just shows the checks that come back that were cashed. and-
So the
So
way.
I gotta reconcile the program with the statements.
Yeah, so the way I understand what you said to do, in that we have to have them records recorded and send it to a bookkeeper. That's- Yeah,
Every audit, yes.
yeah, for 21, 22, 23, and up to 24, right?
Yes.
So, we got all that?
We gave everything to Brenda, the first auditor.
Yeah. Well, so,
She didn't have everything that
So
she
what is
needed.
Oh,
yeah, I don't understand what she's asking for then. What does she need?
She needs the reconciled bank statements.
So,
That's number one.
yeah,
And then the office needs to be set back up the way that it's supposed to be. With the splitting of duties. That was changed before I was on board.
like what do you mean?
The clerk writes the checks and all of that, and puts in the ledger when the bills come in. Which Beth turned over to you somewhere along the line. I don't know when that happened. I wasn't here. So,
so that's what we're gonna have to get. So, and then it says,
Ray, the audit and the auditor both said we have to adopt the new management policies. It's on page 2 of the audit. And all that says is that the board makes a motion and passes it, that we're going to go with the appropriate accounting management programs. But you need to do that.
we got, yeah, somehow, did you get a deputy?
I've always had a deputy since day one.
Who is
Who
it?
is your deputy?
Carol Arnold is my deputy.
Carol Arnold? Well, does she know what's going on in this thing too then? And you should have.
She's
a deputy.
apprised of it,
So,
yes.
where is your deputy tonight?
They don't have to come to the meetings.
They don't?
Only if they're not gonna be here for something.
Yep.
Even then, they don't have to unless you ask them.
So anyway, so that's what we have to get. So, and we only got what, like almost a little better than 60 days now to do this? You know? Okay, so action items, what would that be?
So we need a motion to accept the new management policies per MTA. That the board agrees that
Okay,
that's the
so-
way business is gonna be done.
Okay, adopting the management policy for the MTA to audit, needs a motion to adopt that financial transaction. So, anybody want to make a motion to do that?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, statutory duties. You know? That says.
Aye.
Needs to be,
Aye.
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 Okay, the Township Association follows special accounting procedures to manage their finances. There we have some of the key aspects, and this is what it says. The Township adopt out the Michigan Department of Treasury and Accounting Procedure Manual and strive to comply with both required policies obtained in the manual. So we need a motion to,
They just did that,
I just
right?
did that.
huh?
They just did that.
Yeah. So, okay, so we can, this would be done then, right? Cross that out. Okay, so then we need a directive. It says, we direct the township to review the statutory duties of the treasurer and the clerk. Changes in duties must be in writing and agreed upon in writing by both officials. However, the township shall follow the accounting procedures manual issued by our department. So, do we need a motion on that? No, right? So, just gotta be agreed upon and that we're gonna do it? You know?
You need to have the waivers signed by the clerk and the treasurer. There's information there for everyone.
This here, right here,
Right,
this waiver,
yeah,
is supposed to be signed.
and it's just sharing the information of the duties.
This needs to be signed by you. And this is yours.
Should have one for everybody's duties.
Yeah.
And this is yours, Brent. This is Mark's.
I guess I'm not understanding why this is getting brought up.
This is what auditor said we need to do. Right? That's, now,
Yeah, but we don't have access to this stuff.
This is just saying what your statutory duties were. We knew that on day one.
Anyone that's on the board, Mark, has access to the MTA website.
Oh, yeah, I call the MTA all the time.
That's where the information came from,
Yeah.
so everyone would have access.
and Willie, she already signed hers. Does your deputy supervisor, treasurer sign something like that?
Well,
No.
they just sworn in, that's all it is.
What do you say, Mark?
They're just sworn in. Ever since I've been on the board, that's all it's ever been.
You just signed for the oath. Is that what you're talking about, Mark?
What's that?
You just signed that you've done the oath. You've taken the
Yeah.
oath for the swearing in, yeah. They're not asking for any more than that.
No.
For the deputies.
Okay, assets. We're supposed to, number 5. Do we have anything like that? Like where we list our fire
It's all on
trucks?
the insurance policy.
Huh?
It's all on the insurance policy. Everything we own, every building,
So we can get it off of that.
Every vehicle,
every vehicle.
yep,
What about the new truck we got?
that's on there
Is that
too.
on there too?
Yep,
And the deputy supervisor, of course, is Willie.
Well, they were recommending, Ray, if you read in the audit, for tools and things of that nature, that everything be tagged and identified as belonging to the township. They said that would help prevent things from kind of wandering away or being borrowed. If we could identify them, and they wanted to know if we didn't have a spreadsheet.
So that should be easy to get that, right?
You gotta take
You just
inventory.
gotta do inventory, of everything you own and take it.
Yeah, but you said that's all on the insurance policy?
But she's,
Not
the tools and stuff.
lawnmowers, anything,
Yeah.
motor, building.
Yeah, well, that
Yeah,
should
that
be
stuff
good
would
enough.
be on the
Yeah, I don't know
insurance.
why it wouldn't. Okay, community club update, non-available,
there's nothing.
and sewer department parks. So, that would be it. Public comment?
You were going to talk about the CPA, because we have to have a certified public accountant.
Yeah, I found one, but she's gonna send the stuff for the next meeting. I never got a hold of her, but, so we'll have that at our meeting. She'll have her credentials and whatever she has to have. Okay?
Okay,
So I sent her all this stuff that we have to go through, and somehow we gotta get in that, all them records that you got. You said everything is in the drawer. I don't know why Brenda never took them, if she says in her report that she don't have them. You
She don't
know,
have the ones that Chad mentioned,
Yeah.
whatever you just mentioned.
the reconciled bank statements.
where do we get them?
Me, I'm working on
Yeah.
to get them done.
So how fast can you get that done? Or can you have your deputy help you? I mean, that's what you have a deputy for.
It's a one-person job,
Yeah,
but I'll have it done by the next meeting.
yeah. Because we got, what, a little better than 60 days to do this thing, and, okay, was there anything else that,
Ray and I spoke with BSNA Accounting today and was checking into the potential modules. Sadly enough, they wouldn't have anything be available up until probably 12 months from now. They're so far behind. One of the things that we wanted to ask about is, Chad, how are you using, or is it usable, the cemetery module, the cemetery management module?
It's incomplete.
It was never.
Whoever started it never finished it
Kathy.
years ago.
Kathy Reese had started it,
Yeah,
and then she was like, oh, and then it never got.
yeah, so it's not up to date by any stretch of the imagination.
Otherwise, it's a really good program.
But we're being charged for it, I think, you know?
Well, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
July 15th of '23, check 5797 was for $692 for the annual servicing and so on and so forth for that module. So, it doesn't make sense to me to continue with that, you know, if we're not gonna use that. We could probably use that money for
Yeah,
something
because you get
else.
everything from the map, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, everything's on paper. All the books are 100 years old for the cemetery. I mean, whoever wanted to do that in the beginning had good intentions to computerize it. It was just
What was the
never
size-
continued.
What was the size of the grave? Size of the grave?
The lots,
Huh?
The
A lot,
lots?
you know, say you got a lot, what's the size?
Most of them are 12 by 20.
12 by 20? They're that
Yeah.
big?
Yeah.
One?
Huh?
One lot?
For a full lot is 12 by
Yeah.
20.
Does anybody ever buy one lot?
Like a single space,
Yeah.
we don't do that.
Oh,
You
okay.
either gotta buy a 2 or a 4.
Okay, 12 by 20.
okay, now, the contract was signed with BSNA back in 2007. So, I guess we might as well see if they can eliminate that module. And on this contract, it indicates that there is approximately a plot count of 1,400 available. Does that make sense, Chad?
That's not a number I know off the top of my head, Lily. Is that the number of people currently buried out there?
Or that's
No.
how many are available.
They said that the price quoted, which is $995 a year, is what the contract was signed for. Price was quoted based on the approximate plot count of 1,400. So I'm
That'd be
assuming
1,400 lots.
that would be
That
really
would-
1,400 people.
I mean, I'd have to pull the map out and count them, but
Okay, I just thought.
that
you
sounds
might have-
reasonable.
I thought you
Yeah.
might have close to an idea of what that would be.
Because the older part of the cemetery, the lots are smaller,
Yeah.
considerably from the 12 by 20 ones that are in the backside, the unfilled side.
They didn't have as much to eat as we do.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing was, according to the audit, they do not like QuickBooks.
Yeah, I talked to Brenda about it when she was
Now,
here.
is
last
there,
time.
are you working with the enhanced?
I was gonna talk to BSA also because I know they have an accounting program too. Like what they do, I know Powers has it. And so I didn't get no prices or anything like that, but I was gonna check into that because when I talked to Brenda, she had said that they were changing over to get out of QuickBooks. And like every account has to have its own number. And that was changing, so I didn't get too much information from her on that one.
Well,
And
that
so-
chart with those numbers just came out from the state.
Yeah, that's right, they
So,
were given,
There's
they were
about
given the
200
numbers.
pages of that. So
Mhm.
everything should be line item.
That's what she
with
said,
the
that it was gonna
appropriate.
come out.
I can tell you, we can tell you whatever, that the software through BSNA is going to be very, very pricey. It's going to be very costly.
I figured as
And
much.
in view of the fact that we wouldn't even be able to have access to it for at least 12 months, we've got to get stuff done before that.
Mhm.
So the question is, I guess, is there any kind of an audit trail that we can track?
Oh, yeah, there's an audit trail, there's,
On the QuickBooks, because we
Absolutely.
can kind of plead for an extension or something.
yep.
But I know that there are townships that are still using QuickBooks,
Mhm.
and they haven't had any difficulty.
Yep.
So
Brooks,
I
you
don't
found
know.
alternatives too,
I was
right?
gonna-
Yeah,
say,
there's one
Brooks.
called Open Government, OpenGov, as they call it short. That seems to be the go-to, and there's a Tyler's Technology. it's like firm, and they also have an accounting software, and, I mean, there's options. You don't have to go with BSNA, especially if they're having issues with
Right.
delivery. I mean, why pay for something you can't get?
Well, they were talking, what, 5% of our total budget, that's what they wanted, which
Oh,
came to 15.
5 to 7%.
Let's say if it was 300,000, they want 15,000, well, that's impossible, you know?
Yeah.
So, if you guys want, I can inquire on your behalf. I mean, I didn't want to step on toes too much, but
Please.
I could call them and say, like, I'm calling from, a representative from the township calling, inquiring about, maybe they would even, have sent a rep down to demonstrate or talk about it, or whatever, a letter even.
Right.
Do you guys want me to do that, or?
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
could,
that
that
would
would
be
be
okay.
great.
Okay.
Well, I have a couple of,
So we
I'll
could
chat with you
put
later,
that
Brooks,
cemetery
because
thing too, then,
we do
right?
have a couple to check
Why
on.
not?
But what they had told me
Take care of the
today is
cemeteries.
that pretty much across
You
the
don't even
board,
use
that's
it, so.
exactly what's
No, I
happening
don't
in
use
most
it,
of
so
these
we have-
schools,
we
so
can- you can
I'm not
try.
sure
Yeah.
what the issue is, but we could
I
check.
mean, it'll still be on the, I don't think it'll disappear from the computer, it'll still be on there, but it just won't.
It won't
We'll take it off,
send anything
Yeah.
over,
Right.
yeah.
but we have
Okay.
to notify them that we're doing that, you know? If
So-
we quit that cemetery thing, you know, we'd save how much a year? 900?
Well, the original contract was for $995 a year. I don't know, but that was back in 2007. And that price only stayed for, I believe it was 3 years, 2 to 3 years.
Because he said just for the audit, for to put the thing on the computer with the VSNA, that was 5%, that was just for the accounting thing, right? Or was that for everything?
For the portal, for the tax records,
Yeah,
I don't know what they charge. I didn't ask them.
well, he said 5%, no?
No, he said with the modules, if we were going to go with them, that the cost would be 5 to 7% for what our annual budget was.
Yeah. So anyway, so if we quit that cemetery thing, it must be more than that. If it was way back then, when Mary Nigro was the supervisor or something, that's
Well, she was the clerk, she was the one that,
clerk, yeah.
that brought that about, yeah.
So I don't know how much we did find another check for $603. Now, that was for the tax system annual service. That was in April of '23. So is that an annual, I mean, do you?
It's every year.
So is that for the assessment and?
No, that's just for the taxes. The assessment has its own program for the assessors that they use.
Okay, so we didn't have the portal on until just a couple months ago.
What do you mean by the portal?
For folks to go in and look at their taxes, that's how BSNA refers to
I
it.
believe they don't charge for that, do they?
For your own,
You can go
Yeah,
in,
you
oh,
can
you
go-
can see
yeah.
your own, if you
Yeah,
wanna see something
yeah.
else's.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah.
just explained that that's not a
Companies pay.
module.
Because you can go right on Menominee County's website and click on it,
Right.
and you can see anybody's taxes,
Well,
and whether or not they were paid or not.
what I'm indicating here though is I'm wondering what was the $603? It
That's
says
for the
that-
whole program. That's for when the assessors give you the thing to download to send out the taxes.
That's why I
it
was
carries-
asking if
yeah.
that was for the assessment.
That's for, oh.
So that
Well, the
is
assessors
exactly
have
what
their
it's
own
for.
program also,
Right,
yeah.
right, but I believe there's no charge for the portal, no additional charge
Right.
for the portal.
Right.
So,
Just an individual charge for anybody who's not you.
Yeah,
if it's
yes,
not
you
you,
gotta
then
pay
you
to,
have to
yeah.
pay.
So
Right.
Brooke, did you get a quote on something?
I did not, because I wasn't sure,
Well,
I
could
talked
you?
to Cheryl about it, but I just wanted to confirm with everybody before I did it.
Yeah, because we sure can't pay no 1,500, that's,
15,000.
yeah, 15,000,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's, I mean, I have no idea what the prices are, that's why I'm gonna shop around, so. And I'm gonna tell them that we're actively looking, so hopefully if you use that as leverage to reduce the price.
Yeah. Well, I believe in May, QuickBooks is
And I'm not-
kinda done.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell them.
Yeah.
Time crunch, because that's gonna
Yeah.
give them leverage.
So, Brooke, is there any way that you could take the QuickBooks that we got and send it to our accountant?
And they have access to it, they
Huh?
should already have
Yeah,
access
so you
to
could
it.
do that, hey?
I could do it, but there's really, if she already gave them the username and password, they already, is it online or is it only local?
What do you mean?
Is your data saved locally or is it on the cloud or like on the internet?
It's
Is
not
it-
on the internet.
Okay. Well, sometimes like on QuickBooks Online, for example. they
Oh,
say-
I get what you're saying, yeah, no, this is desktop version,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So then it's local.
Yeah.
I don't know, they didn't save a copy then of the database?
You should have.
Or printed something out that was important, like the journal ledger?
Oh, yeah, that was all printed.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
they probably should have everything unless
Yeah,
they
everything was
don't.
printed.
Yeah, but I went to get her to sign everything, I can give you whatever you need to get a hold of her, and you can just, so we can get
Well,
that going. And then we
Absolutely.
should have half of it done, right? Yeah, all right, so, anybody else got any?
So do we have the audit trail, audit portion turned on in QuickBooks now?
It's always turned on.
Oh, well, for whatever reason, they indicated in the audit that there was no audit trail available.
I have never heard of that, because it's always on.
It's in.
You can go in there and print it off.
I'm
They were
just
saying
refer-
something about it not being printed.
I'm just
No,
referring back
right.
to what the audit indicated.
I know, and I seen that too. But, Carl had never asked for it, nobody's ever asked for it in the 12 years that I've done this. But it's always there.
What version of that QuickBooks is it?
It's the new, it would be not the newest one,
It's
but the,
QuickBooks Pro, what is it?
I think it's Pro.
Or is it corporate or?
No, it's Pro,
Okay.
yeah.
2021.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, because we had to download the new version of it.
Right.
Yep.
So that wouldn't be no problem. So that-
Absolutely not.
yes,
No,
Okay,
everything's right there.
okay, anybody got any questions? Board comment, I don't got none. Just that I hope we can all work together to get this thing done, because
Yep.
Keep the.
I got a question. How did this get to this point of this audit like this, with things being so out of
Because we
whack?
didn't do the 20 and 21 audit. And we just got behind and there's no reason, there's,
But couldn't you
No
just ask for
excuses.
help though?
we
Somehow.
had an auditor. He had some of the stuff in that, but
I mean, this is
Yeah,
an
keep
embarrassment,
absolutely, I
you know,
totally
to
agree
the
with
township.
you.
I didn't realize how much the clerk actually had a hands-on in this either until the audit.
Technically, it's the whole board's fault. The whole board is responsible for doing this audit.
you ain't
And no,
responsible.
yeah, we are. The
Yeah.
whole board is, because you don't, we should be checked, we all should be checked up, make sure everything gets done. And it didn't happen. I'm not
And a lot of it is
covering
my fault.
nobody,
I-
right, and I'm just
I'm-
saying, it's
I'm
everybody's
more to
responsibility to
blame
sit
than
up
any
here.
of you guys.
So are you guys bonded, or is there any type of insurance that will cover the cost of this? Because I don't think that the people should pay,
I'm bonded, I know
Yes.
that.
you know, again, once it was done.
But now say, she's not gonna be here next year. If a new treasurer comes in and wants to audit, you have no choice but to
Yeah.
pay for an audit.
Absolutely.
Whether you were in trouble, not in trouble, it don't matter, that's their right.
Yep.
If they wanna do a request to audit, they can have audit done on the whole thing again.
You can do an audit at any
But
time.
we have to
right?
do an audit every year anyway.
Right.
It's not
But
anything.
you-
Well, it's every other
State
year.
level.
This is-
Not- you don't
Well, no, the
this
state
is a
doesn't
state
typically
level.
get involved.
Right.
But that's who it goes to.
But this is,
Yeah.
but I mean, with the state getting involved, I mean, this is a big deal for
Absolutely.
such a small township, I think. You know, and it's kind of an
Well-
embarrassment and,
Yeah,
It
it
is,
is, but if we just would work together, we can get through this thing
Yes.
without, you know.
We're just gonna
there's
get
a lot-
done what has to be done, now
There's
we
a lot
can't
of
go
stuff
backwards.
that you don't even have to do nothing about it. You
Like
don't,
what?
you don't have to do nothing about the audit.
Who?
You,
That's all.
Why?
huh?
That's all we do is vote on action
No,
items,
you-
that's
yeah,
all we
you
do.
don't have
Right.
anything to do with it.
If there's something that needs to get done, we vote on it, that's
Yeah.
as far as we can do,
Yeah.
so.
And my other question, oh, sorry, Bruce. My other question was, once the train gets put back on the track, is there gonna be somebody monitoring?
Well,
This,
we'll
to
do,
make
we'll
sure
do
that
it
this
right,
will
it'll be
continue to
simple,
be right?
we'll do it every month. Because then we'll send it to the bookkeeper, and if there's anything wrong, she can check it, and we'll fix it right away, right? That's the way to do it.
Well, it
You know?
should be balanced and reconciled before it ever
It
goes
should be
to
every
the
month,
auditor.
yes.
And as far as I'm concerned, I think, the auditor that we had, I think he should have helped us out in this case too, but he retired, and the other guy said it's gonna be, maybe June, July, and I called him again, he said, well, maybe August, and, so. But anyway,
Well, Cheryl, you had indicated, oh, I'm sorry, Bruce, go ahead. You had to
Go
go
ahead.
up first.
Okay, my turn. That accounting software that the state requested, it kind of just throws a sour taste in my mouth when officials are, can come and go after 4 years. I don't know how user-friendly a system like that is.
They're pretty user-friendly.
Are they?
Yeah, well, we had a course when we first started 12 years ago.
Uh-huh.
We got a course, it was a 2-day course in QuickBooks. And
But-
so there's always programs out there that'll teach you
Okay,
what you
but
need to
then
know.
also, every 4 years, like you're not gonna be coming back.
Yeah, like I have
Because-
them saved on my desktop.
Right, but what about the new person? Does the township send them to
they can,
classes?
There's all
training
kinds of
sessions
trainings,
going on all
yes.
the
Tons
time.
of training.
Because
we-
also they should, just like you
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
have a background in accounting.
Yep,
When you're voted
Well, I
in,
did
you can be out in
accounting.
left field. in
I
that.
did
Yeah, I
accounting
know.
at.
But it won't
at
be,
the-
it won't be, once we get our new bookkeeper that got everything right, it'll fall right in place.
No, what I'm saying
I
is, a
understand.
person can be
Yeah.
voted in and has
Right, because it's an
no
elected,
accounting
it's
background
an elected
whatsoever.
position.
Yeah.
It
They
doesn't
can't balance a
matter.
checkbook, but
Yeah.
yet.
I understand that,
There's
but
all kinds
it's
of,
What do you
all
do
kinds
then?
of training
gonna be taken
available.
care of.
Same problem
And
happened to
There's training.
Lucina.
There are sessions you can go to all the time.
You know,
Follow
I
it.
don't have any experience.
Okay, so going by that, as he's saying, the experience, I have nothing and I am her deputy. I'm not bonded or anything,
Yeah,
I
you
mean. Huh?
No, she's not.
You're
No, I'm not.
responsible.
I talked to.
No, so maybe I
Yeah,
should step
she's-
aside and have
she-
somebody
she's
else that
bonded
is
to-
qualified.
She's bonded for a small
she?
amount,
Okay.
yes.
Am I?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
you
like
are.
$5,000, but you're bonded.
You are.
I mean, because I've asked you if you needed help before, and if I can
Yeah.
help with something, I
Yeah.
would gladly do
Oh, I
that,
know.
you
We
know?
need you to sing.
But, no. But, I mean, I think if we work together as a township here, you're gonna get through
Well,
this
that's what I
fine.
said,
But, yeah,
So.
So I wanted to ask, Cheryl, you said that you thought we got revenue sharing, but the reason I'm asking this again, we got that letter dated November the 3rd of 2023 indicating that our revenue sharing is withheld for the fiscal year of 3/20 of 23 due to the issues
I
of
would
the
have
audit.
to, I would have to check, I could have swore I seen it. And so I'll get back
I'm
to you
just
on
thinking we
that.
could use the monies.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, it's electronically
Yeah,
deposited.
yeah.
You gonna go over this, Chad, or? 'Cause I got an alarm going off over there I gotta get to.
A sewer alarm?
No, at the housing.
Oh,
Some lady must have burnt something, her smoke alarm keeps going off.
So anyway, everybody got their questions? I think we can get this settled if, we just work together and we'll get it done,
Yeah, it's just
You know?
inside.
Agreed.
I agree.
you know? There's no, we all are to blame. Like Mark said, we're all gonna get blamed, even if we wanna admit it or not, we're still gonna get blamed. So, I don't know, you got any public comment?
Yeah,
you just want to mention this? We don't have to vote on it tonight,
Yeah,
but
the road
I
commission.
brought it for budget purposes.
Yeah, I know, but I was trying to figure 20,000 in there by yours, but then, We couldn't, she said, don't even try to figure it out off of that sheet, so. That's why we just,
Unless you keep it for the.
this
April meeting.
year was caught by
Might as
artificial
well. That way
intelligence.
people can hold.
That's how we got caught there.
For what?
Huh?
For what?
Well, because that didn't mount up there, the artificial intelligence caught us there. So we can't get away with that. Yes?
Just curious on the status of our road. If you guys talked about that last week, or where we're going with that this summer?
That's
Well,
what's
we
here
just
right
got,
now.
we just got the paper on it tonight.
Yeah, Daryl just sent it this afternoon.
Is that the quote and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the one he talked to Jordan about, he did not talk to us about.
No.
So, 'cause I called Jordan when you were texting me, and that part of the road was never talked about. So I don't know where he come up with that. So we'll have to wait till April meeting and.
When are they gonna be doing this other part, July or whatever?
But from the gravel pit out there about, 388, looks like they're gonna go right through town,
Yeah, it
right?
looks like,
Oh, the chips, yeah, they did.
Did they say when they were gonna start that, or?
That's what, from
Yeah, but when?
pit out there on
I don't know
388.
when, he never told me when.
No,
When I talked to Cass, he never said when they were gonna start.
no. He never.
Did he
does,
tell you?
'cause you don't frickin' know.
Yeah.
But
Depends
they'll
on
do
how
it.
their work
They'll
goes.
do it this year because they got their own grinder now, so they grind it up, so. Thank God they're gonna do it.
Whistling.
Huh?
I'm hearing a Kia C whistling. I'm hearing that.
It's a vent or something.
Mark's alarm at the
Wind blowing
housing
through there.
commission.
No, I forgot about that.
This,
Yeah.
okay, so anybody else got anything?
But Whitehead's coming to
to do the pictures.
do the pictures so we can send them in the Tokyo Marine. But then we had to wait till we had some good weather so they could go over the drone and
Is there any other board comment?
take pictures.
No. Okay, so no
Thanks for
comments, so
checking on that,
we're
Mark.
gonna adjourn the meeting.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. Hey Chad, did they ever get back to you about that fire number for me?
Oh!